All right, let's talk about spirulina. You've probably seen this stuff everywhere, right? In health food stores, blended into smoothies. It has this massive reputation. But today, we're going to ask the big question. Is it a genuine superfood, or is it all just super hype? Let's dig in and find out.
So, to get started, let me throw a little riddle your way. What on earth could possibly connect a 16th century empire with the people who are literally planning to live in space? The answer isn't a person, and it isn't a place. It's something way, way smaller.
And there's your answer, spirulina. We're talking about a tiny blue-green algae, or cyanobacterium, that's one of the oldest life forms on our entire planet. I mean, this little organism has been a source of nutrition for billions of years, and believe me, its story is only getting more interesting.
So first up, let's really get a handle on just how deep the roots of this so-called superfood actually go, because this isn't some new age wellness trend that just popped up. Nope, this is more like a rediscovery of something truly ancient. Okay, just look at this timeline. The scale here is just mind-blowing. Spirulina first showed up 3.5 times billion years ago. It actually helped create the oxygen we breathe today. Then you fast forward all the way to the 16th century, and you find the Aztecs scooping it out of lakes and using it for food. Then it kind of disappears from the history books until the 1970s, when scientists found people in Africa eating it as these traditional little cakes. And now, NASA is seriously looking at it as a primary food source for astronauts on long missions to Mars. What an incredible journey, right?
That is one epic history for sure. But what's actually in spirulina that earns it that coveted superfood title? Let's crack it open and take a look at what it's made of.
Whoa, just take a look at this breakdown. The first thing that just leaps off the screen is the protein, a massive 65% of its entire weight. And we're not just talking about any protein. This is highly bioavailable, meaning your body can use it more easily than, say, the protein in a steak. The rest is just jam-packed with essential vitamins, minerals, healthy fats, and, this is the important part, a ton of powerful antioxidants.
And speaking of those antioxidants, there's one that's the real star of the show, a compound called phycocyanin. Now, this is the pigment that gives spirulina its unique blue-green color. But more importantly, it's an incredibly potent antioxidant and anti-inflammatory agent. A lot of the health benefits we're about to dive into, they come right back to this one molecule.
Now, we're looking at the specs for one specific product here, just as an example. Things like purity, dosage, and bioavailability. And this brings up a really, really crucial point. Not all spirulina is created equal. I mean, the effectiveness of any supplement all comes down to its quality and how well your body can actually absorb the good stuff. A high bioavailability, like that 95% figure you see here, means your body can actually use the nutrients efficiently. That efficiency is the real secret sauce to unlocking the benefits.
So we've heard all the claims, we know what's in it, but what does the actual hard data say? It's time to cut through the noise and separate the marketing hype from the real, scientifically researched benefits.
Okay, one of the biggest claims you'll hear about spirulina is about heart health, that it strengthens blood vessels, improves key markers. But what does that really mean? By how much does it help? Let's look at the actual numbers.
This is pretty significant. Recent studies from 2023 found that taking spirulina could lower LDL, that's the bad cholesterol, by an average of 41 milligrams per deciliter. Now, to put that into perspective, that's the kind of drop that can make a real difference in your risk for atherosclerosis, the hardening of the arteries. And the benefits for your heart don't stop there. A huge meta-analysis from 2025 showed an average drop in systolic blood pressure, that's the top number in your reading, by 4.6 points. It seems to work by boosting nitric oxide production in your body, which helps your blood vessels relax and widen. Pretty cool.
And beyond the heart, the research is pointing to some really exciting benefits for our brain and nervous system. Studies suggest it can help with cognitive functions like memory and focus. It also contains tryptophan, which your body uses to make serotonin, the feel-good neurotransmitter, so it could help with anxiety. There's even promising research around neuroprotection and how it can help balance our autonomic nervous system, which controls stuff like digestion and our energy levels.
Okay, we've seen some impressive benefits, but to get the full picture, we have to talk about the risks and manage our expectations. No supplement is a magic bullet, so let's get real for a minute.
This slide really just nails it, doesn't it? The hype machine will try to sell you spirulina as a miracle cure for, well, everything. But the reality, the one that's actually backed by science, is that it's a powerful and well-researched supplement. It can support your health in some very specific, very real ways, but it's not going to replace proper medical care.
Now, let's talk safety, because this is so important. Spirulina is not for everyone. Since it can kind of fire up your immune system, people with autoimmune conditions like lupus or MS should be very cautious. It's also a no-go for anyone with that rare metabolic disorder, PKU, or for people on blood thinners. And of course, the golden rule: if you're pregnant or breastfeeding, you absolutely have to talk to your doctor first.
And this right here, this might be the single most critical thing to remember. Quality matters. A lot. Where your spirulina comes from is everything. The cheap stuff that's grown in contaminated water can actually contain heavy metals and other nasty toxins. So finding a clean, certified product isn't just a good idea, it's absolutely essential.
All right, we've covered the history, the science, the safety warnings, the whole shebang. So let's bring it all home. How do you decide if adding spirulina to your daily routine is the right move for your health?
If you are thinking about it, here is a simple 3-step guide to get started the right way. First, verify the quality. Look for a brand you trust, one that has certifications for purity. Second, start smart. Don't just jump in with the maximum dose. Start low, maybe 2 capsules a day, and just listen to your body. And third, and this is the most important one, talk to your doctor, especially if you have any health conditions or are taking any other medications.
So, after all that, what's the final verdict? Is spirulina superfood or super hype? Well, it's definitely not hype. It's a genuinely useful supplement with strong research-backed benefits, especially for its antioxidant power and cardiovascular support. It's a great tool for anyone looking to boost their energy, help their body's detox processes, and just support their overall wellness.
You know, from the lakes of the ancient Aztecs to the high-tech labs of NASA, spirulina has proven its resilience and its power over and over again. The only real question left is, could this ancient nutrient be a part of your health journey in the future? Thanks for tuning in.